Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. Today we are doing a WTF on the 7th Citadel, and Lipstickpaddy's so excited for this, he's asked me to play a special song going in, so here you go, Lipstickpaddy, take it away. Oh my goodness me! This is a nuclear bomb that's hit Kickstarter this week, and oh my goodness me, gotta calm down, Lipstick. Ooh, a 7th game. Now, when I first came to Kickstarter almost 6.5 years ago, there were 2 monster indie titles. One, Gloomhaven, the next, 7th Citadel. Oh, not Citadel. 7th Continent. And 7th Continent was impossible to hunt down. Whereas Gloomhaven, thank you very much, second Kickstarter, bagged it. And in fact, Gloomhaven and the 7th Citadel are probably the only indie Kickstarters that have made a retail edition for the market. That's how big they were. Now, here we are, 7th Citadel, and I heard about this, maybe a year ago, when it was starting, and it's mega exciting, as this one involves combat. Basically, you're going to be the hero in this, and you're going to be leading people. So much fun in this game. It's like the biggest choose-your-own adventure genre there is. This is the monster team that are doing it from Paris, the Parisians. And this game is early. It's about a year in its making. That's what they say. And it's going to be another almost 2 years before it's ready, peeps. So this is early. Now it comes in this very giant box because there's a ton of cards that make up the map as you go on. Now, I don't think it's 24 hours, and it's already getting towards 1.5 million. I think most people have jumped on the ship here. It's interesting to see how many of these backers have actually watched this video, because if you're like me, I came here, backed it, and woohoo! That was it. I did not need to see what was going on. It's going to be that special. And it was a hotly anticipated game since I knew about it. So yeah, holy smoke, 17,500 backers. Oh my god. Ooh, now it's going to be a dark fantasy this time. Post-apocalyptic, yes, my favorite genre. And everything's prototype here, including these minis. At least the minis are dynamic. Shame the bases are bare, and there's people in the comments already asking for them to be bigger, but you know, this is early days, I will give it that. And you've got these huge deck boxes, and all of these cards here are representing a map tile, which is the system from 7th Continent, and it works fantastically. You've got this new hit marker here for your hit points. You're no longer going to get hungry in the game. You're basically, your survival point in the game is your hit points. And there's an interesting mechanic. If you're coming in the game with 2 players, hit points are reduced across the team. So you do need to team up against certain things. In fact, teaming up actually makes you lose a card in helping the other person, so there is a negative for actually helping people. That's just to combat the fact that if there's 2 players, you're getting more cards than normal, so they've had to nerf you a little bit in multiplayer games. 1 to 4 though, which is really good. I think most people see 7th Continent as a single player game, but an epic 1,000 hours of content. Oh my god. 1,000 hours. Yeah. Lots of people with 7th Continent have not played all of the content of the box yet. Similar to when Gloomhaven brought Frosthaven out, lots of peeps hadn't finished Gloomhaven boxes because these indie titles throw the kitchen sink at you with content. Ooh. Anyhow, post-apocalyptic medieval fantasy world as you play as a slave gardener. So the quick update here is the world was kind of controlled by these necro druids. Druid is magic with nature and animals. Necro, the death of them. So like bringing back animals, bringing back trees that have died. This is a strange class that I've not heard of before. Necro druid. Anyhow, the boss is Inidizar, and you've escaped from his citadel, and you're actually going to be building up your own citadel. If you rescue people, they can trolley back into your citadel, and lots of things can be made here. There's going to be a Citadel construction mode in your game, which is super. It also is very quick to set up and easy to save, of course. You're going to be running this campaign for months, by the looks of it. You could dedicate a certain day of the week to the adventure, something like this. Now, why pledge now? Because if it's like the other 7th games, they're going to be very difficult to hunt down post-Kickstarter. So get in now. Now, there is a low pledge. Let me just check the pledge out. It's disappeared. The low pledge has disappeared. If you pledge $1 in here, I'm sure there was one yesterday. If you pledge $1 in here, you do get access to the pledge manager. However, the prices here will increase. That's something to know. Maybe that's why they took the pledge out. I don't know. Anyhow, all these stretch goals are coming for free. And experience the campaign with us. Is that gonna be some social goals? We'll see. The kind of stretch goals are, well, we'll talk about them when we go down, won't we? But they're very interesting, I'll say that much. No. So essentially, the world, if I go back up here, the world is very dangerous because there's these giant worms that are coming up and eating everything. The necro druids have been raising up plant life and, like, I don't know what these plants are, but these plants are very dangerous. They can be poisonous, and they have been culling the worms. However, as nature is nature, it kind of takes over, doesn't it? And if you don't have gardeners tending it, it kind of spreads too fast. So this is why you're a slave gardener, because you're going out into the waste and gardening this stuff. But if the necro druid, if something happens to the necro druids, which is gonna happen, and the gardeners aren't going out here, then the world's going to go even more dangerous because the worms aren't being culled, nature's not being tamed, poison spreads across the map, and all sorts of, you don't know, insects or whatever comes from forests and things like that, and potentially animals that were raised. I don't know. We don't know. It's definitely a mystery. Yes, so yeah, very cool. Survival's not going to be the heart of the game. This is going to be good. You're going to be customizing your character, so there's going to be a massive role-playing aspect to this game, and when you see the skill tree down below, you're going to have a heart attack, so you better sit down if you're standing, just saying that much. There's a unique dialogue system which looks bananas, because when you meet somebody, you don't have a conversation. You have it's like a path you're following, but with multiple paths that are, you know, if you go down one path, you're not going to see the other. So if you're laughing at one person, you can't go back and become more stoic. So your conversation is kind of more real, impactful, and looks really, really cool. I mean, you know, just imagine this world. It's going to be very dark, and people aren't going to have patience for you asking all these questions. So yeah, the collapsing land around you, you're going to be expanding your influence, and the map itself will get updated from what you're doing. And then you are going to return back to your Citadel during your scenarios because there's stuff happening there which is interesting, and you're building a city. This could be the renewal of the desolate world. Woohoo! Now, obviously, the world itself is just one citadel, and there could be another one somewhere else that's doing the same as you, and potentially there's going to be an expansion for war in the post-apocalyptic. Kind of Mad Max, but in medieval fantasy. I'm already talking about expansion here. An absolute sublime adventure. This is a great evolution of the game mechanics. It's very, very, very sharp, really compelling. So these are these big worms, and I'll give you a quick bit of the story, but yeah, you can see nature here. You've been tending this stuff, and interesting, there's these like little boxes coming from these trees. What's all this about? Maybe lanterns, I don't know. And slave gardener. It's weird, isn't it? Now the Citadel is in the kind of this what's the word for this? My brain. It's a type of art where it symbolizes nature, popular in Paris, which the team's from Paris. I want to say, I can't remember what it is. It's that is what it is. It looks like a bulb of a flower or something like this. All right. Now, relive the sensation of the adventure books where you are the hero. So you do something and it says turn to page 186. The actual conversation book is non-linear also, so it might say, if you want to say this, go to number 10. If you want to say that, go to page 100. If you want to do that, go to page 50. So it's kind of all over, where it's unpredictable just looking at the books, which is good. Yeah, it's nice that the game remembers your choices. It says live a different adventure, skills, bonuses, buildings that you can construct. Destiny is in your own hands. Very good. Now, look at these peeps, man. They look like they've not had a nice life. We are slaves here. This is the front and back of them in case you want to roll chicky doos or a bloke. If you want to roll a bloke, I don't know if women roll blokes. Is that a thing? I don't know. And she's not looking too bad. Most women go dark haired in their 20s, so unless they're dyeing hair back then, and he's potentially looking fairly old. He's got bald, hasn't he? So yeah. And no hairdressers back then, so yeah, not looking too good. Not exactly her you want to take to the prom. Potential text-heavy cards are coming on this adventure, but choose your own adventure. Reading's all part of the experience with this, isn't it? So, a couple of skills here. We've got force field, so we're going to have potential magic wielding here with Arcana. And also lock picking. There's going to be a whole... You're going to see it. It's so cool. We'll go down. But yeah, do you want to play a teenage arcane master with a slingshot? No, I don't know about teenage, but an old man arcane master with a, I don't know, rapier. Can I go rapier? Choose your own class. We'll see. Lots of stuff is happening. We've got notes of challenges, equipment, companions, side quests full of random events, many alternative cards to experience a different adventure. What the heck does this mean? Well, when it says turn to 86, for example, here, there might be a multiple 86s to pull from, and if you've pulled that 86, you remove that from the deck box. So if you replay that game and you go to that place of the map and it says reveal 86, that event that happened in your previous game is no longer there. There's another event happening there. So yeah, that's how the map is evolving. These alternate cards. Very cool. Now it has this cool adventure where you're going to be like Inspector. I don't know, Inspector someone. They have recently just unlocked a magnifying glass to kind of look at the tiles and find stuff. And just note here on this card for the Capt Errant here. Each card has its own almost class in itself. So this card class is a Capt Errant. And in combat, for example, you can only use potentially one of a certain class or one type of healing. So if you've got maybe two different herbs that are in this class of Capt Errant, you can only use one of them. So you might want to mix up your herbs. Herbs are going to be a big thing in this game. Also cooking. You're going to be cooking stuff as well. You can eat it raw or you can take it back and cook it, I think. So there's going to be interesting things. A massive list here. 30, more than 30. So it is looking fantastic as well. You can potentially convince people, become a beguiler. That sounds cool. You can tame animals, and that looks cool. Lots of fun stuff in this list, in fact. And I'm guessing dodge is going to be important, as the terrain out there is going to be unpredictable, and dodge is going to be good for everything, I'd say. Dodging traps, dodging animals, dodging falling rocks and stuff. So yeah, I like the fact that there's a decipher that can read stuff as well. So there's all this kind of skill checks that you're going to be needing to do in this game. So if you're playing two-player, you want to make sure that you are spreading your skills across both characters. So that is going to be something. Now, all looking good. I'm going to go down to the interesting stuff here. And you can, a little bit of conversation. You can be authoritative, diplomatic, and a jokester. Ooh, can you bring some comedy to the world? How are they going to react to that? Sounds good. A little bit of showing you how the combat's working and stuff like that. But check this out. A massive tree. And this is very exciting stuff here, where you're going to be exploring this destiny tree. And obviously it's early, and this is going to become have a higher resolution as we get closer to 2022. But it, frankly, as a concept, it's looking phenomenal, isn't it? Looking great. We've also got a massive page here of buildings you can build in your Citadel. This is all good. You got a giant map, and this map will be updated as you go and do things. Really, really good. It says the map is going to have protective sleeves in them where you can put things in and maybe take them out and put another one in to replace it if something's happened. So this is how the map's going to change. It's got no stickable stuff. It's kind of slots coming in, a bit like Truvung Legends from Come On. A bit like that, but here it looks like the whole map could be sleeved, which looks great. This does look fantastic. Now this is the expansion that's coming as a Kickstarter exclusive, which generally means you're not going to get this outside of the Kickstarter, so yeah, just adding more content. In fact, it's adding a peril. This peril skill. I think this might get explained up in one of the updates, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of your fate is going bad. You're getting bad luck that day, and the luck is getting worse because the peril is getting higher, and you can do stuff to reset this stuff and all this stuff. They're very good. Anyway, there's lots of text here. It's text heavy, this Kickstarter. It is an early game, and we've got some beta rules here. I would normally say alpha rules, but beta because it's building off the success and of stuff from 7th, the other game. Now it says spoiler watching these videos, but I mean, come on, this is 2 years away. Are you really gonna remember it? And it may change anyway. Most people aren't on the fence. They're coming straight in here and pledging, so this is all for those on the fence. Now the pledge, full pledge at the minute, $81. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. We are expecting more though, so we don't know what is coming. There's already add-ons. If you want to sleeve the game, sleeve the whole game, have a bigger box for your cards. So what's going on here? This is kind of confusing in the comments. People are asking about this. Like, do I need another box for all the cards? Is it not going to fit in the box if I sleeve it? There's just going to be a lot of content, is what they're saying. It does add quite a lot of shipping extra, this big box. So, But it does say, this box is going to store all planned expansions. So, this is a box for the future, peeps. So if you don't buy it now, when the expansion comes out again, you might be able to buy it then. So it could just be one half empty box until this stuff comes out, which I guess, you know, do you want this empty box? So yeah, they have said the game that's coming will fit in the main box if it's sleeved. So this is just something for the future. You can check this out in the comments. It actually deserves to go in the FAQ, this. Now they've just unlocked the magnifying glass and a soundtrack to the game, which is kind of abstract, but hey. Exploration cards they're talking about, and these are kind of can be good, can be bad, so they're a bit swingy, these cards. And the alternate cards to the deck, new weapons that are coming, and it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic, so should see some modern materials crop up maybe, so a little bit of steel here maybe, using some poison from the world. This is going to be very cool to see the weapons in this world, because it's kind of weird, right? These are the big leaflets, they're calling them, when you play the game. You're marking things off here, and there is comments up here saying dry erase boards. They're like, we're giving you some extra ones free. I don't care, we want dry erase boards. And it's very vocal. 1,000 comments in 24 hours. 1,000 plus. Now, people are saying, your stretch goals are so big. Why are they so... Well, they've got to weather the storm. They've already made over 1 million in a day. So, I'm guessing the stretch goals are going to come a bit closer once the storm has passed, shall we say. And we've got some advanced skills here for cunning. I'd imagine there's going to be advanced skills for the other types of classes out there. So when it slows down, they can kind of repeat this stuff. But yeah, advanced skills. Sounds fantastic. More exploration cards. More weapons come into the world. I mean, this is a different game with combat here. So yeah, very exciting prospects coming with stretch goals. Expect this to kind of calm down a little bit as we go into the future. Now, 4 minis here. So that's 4 starting classes. We've only seen the gardener so far. If anyone's asking questions in the comments, they're basically saying, hey, calm down, we're in day 1, we've got 3 weeks to go. Enjoy the process. They're going to be updating you all the time through the campaign, letting you know what the character classes are. It looks like 2 of the classes are Kickstarter exclusive here, so that is to note. And you've got male and female. Some of them are dynamic, some are not dynamic. It's early stuff. And you're getting all the goodness. Massive box. 144 plus of dialogue, so there could be a stretch in that as well. A laminated map world. This is with the dividers where you can slot cards in. Beautiful live counters. Dice looking cool. And a massive amount of cards all looking beautiful. And all these cards are going to get extended in the stretch goals if it follows the path. So yeah, they're showing you the 4 characters here, only showing you 1 of the slave gardeners we saw earlier. Kickstarter exclusive box, and then you've got the stuff. Now, shipping, it's not too bad, you know. The biggest you're going to pay is $60. This is going to be a big, heavy box. And, you know, it's not too bad. It's not coming in at $100, the game. So I think the shipping is balanced with the pledge, in my eyes anyway. And potentially, I mean, if it gets to the end of the campaign and it's still $69 here, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be surprised. There could be an expansion thrown in here, and then that extra box will make sense if I see that. I don't know. I think it's wise of Kickstarters to kind of throw that in mid-campaign when it slows down to get a bump in the popularity in the middle, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, here are the French peeps on it from Serious Pulp, doing fantastic job here. Very exciting. This prospect, what the prospect is here. We're all on board. Insta-back peeps, and Bree's doing a good job in the comments. There's lots of stuff going on in the comments. All right. Well, there you go. It's kind of a skinny website. Remember, 2 years out, peeps. 2 years. And if you don't back the campaign, you're going to be paying higher in the pledge manager. That's something to say. We've already got updates from all the stretch goals, so it's very active, this campaign. It really is. And what can I say? Nuclear bombers hit Kickstarter. Are you not backing this game? Tell me why. Why are you not backing it? And yeah, are you like me, Instaback? Did you see the video? Not seen the video yet. I kind of surprised myself as we get close to the end, I guess. But yeah, there you go, 7th Citadel. My God, this finally Kickstarter's woken up. This week so far been fantastic. Oh man, got all those retails out of the way, and finally Kickstarter AAAs are coming, and you bet your bottom dollar that 7th Citadel is going to be at the top of these when it comes out. Potentially there's some massive ones going to come shoulder to shoulder with this, but we'll see. I know of a few that are coming, but other than that, thank you so much for watching the video. Please give it a like, a thumbs up, and yeah, you've been listening to Kiss 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.